Hey, what's up? Welcome to DGenEd. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts and going over some options data. QuantumScape, so QS, this is the $10 call expiring January 16th of 2026. And so I don't have any contracts here. I do have some shares. I have been putting the brakes on buying shares, don't have a big position. But yeah, just the data does not necessarily suggest to me at the bottom is in. And I think also, this is kind of an example of I don't really need to look at the data that I compile to get, the idea of whether the bottom is in, because I can just look at the chart and or look at, the Unusual Whales website. And so that is, what I'll do in just a second with you guys. But yeah, here QuantumScape closed on Friday below $5 a share. I did have this Fibonacci retracement here, the 786 at 514. We have been trading below it. We are still putting in higher lows, but we did break below this trend line that I had drawn there. And so what I might want to do is unlock that so I can redraw it, go into the lows 465 from November 18th, and then kind of connect that with the lows over from here, the close on December 19th being approximate right around there. And so, yeah, maybe we're going to find that as support. But with that being said, maybe we are going to put in a head and shoulders pattern. So maybe that doesn't look so good there, but that could also be a fake out head and shoulders pattern because it's super ugly, because generally overall we have kind of breaking out from this downtrend. And if we're testing this and holding that, that could be a nice dip buying opportunity. Maybe we see a bounce. It looks like earnings are coming up on the 12th. So that's, I believe, Wednesday. Not sure if it's pre-market or after hours. But yeah, maybe we see this really take off following those earnings. And we'll have to see it. Maybe the Unusual Whales data will shed some light on whether that's going up or down. So let's look over here at the QuantumScape contract. But I'm just going to look at all of the data. And we can see here very clearly lots of selling of contracts, all of that volume being red. And we can see that as the stock price was going lower with a little bit of a bounce at the end of the day, that the net call premium was negative quite substantially versus the net put premium was a little bit positive. That's bearish. But then it did go negative, so that's a little bit bullish. But looking at the data here, we see that the net put premium came down by only about $85,000, whereas the net call premium came down by over $291,000. So that being more bearish than a little bit bullish on the put side. But just looking at that bear bull slider, 48% on the bearish side, maybe it's about 50-50. But just looking at the numbers here, calls are down a lot more than puts. So I'd say that doesn't look like a good time to buy it just yet. Looking over the past 14 days, we can see that generally, just taking a step back, generally, we can see that more call puts in the red, are positive here, with net put premium being highest of about $340,000 on the 6th, so on Thursday. And on that same day, net call premium came down by $777.52 thousand. And generally, we can see call premium being kind of more negative here versus the net put premium being more positive. So I don't think the bottom is in just yet for QuantumScape, so good to still be pumping those brakes.